Hey, sitting on the porch here, Tuesday evening, July 14th, 2020. I just finished listening to a podcast. Donald Miller's podcast, Story Brand, is the name of the podcast, and he was interviewing his good friend Bob Goff, who I've enjoyed two of his books already. Love Does and Everybody Everywhere, I think, is the second book. His new book's coming out called Dream Big. They were talking about dreams. One of the things they said about dreams, I thought, I tend to be a dreamer, and I appreciated this. Dreams not something you do when you sleep. Dream is something you do when you're fully awake to your purpose, and probably would add your faith. Um, he says that dreams include curiosity plus, I don't know if he intentionally added this, but engagement sounded to me like. I thought curiosity is some of the fuel, engagement is the outlet, and that there's a bent towards action in these dreams. In other words, it's one thing to dream and talk about things that could be, it's another thing to actually move and act on them. So I think there's a lot of value in that. So trying to think of what else. I think the other thought was it doesn't have to just be one dream, but to dream big and to go after it. When we look back in our lives, I don't think we're going to be real excited about looking back and saying, I lived, in an apartment or a house, and I worked a job 9 to 5 for 40 years and ate fast food. And, there's not a whole lot there to celebrate, although there's something to that, to be said for that. But why do we believe that that's all we can do? Why do we believe that that's enough? Why would we not dream big and seek to do what we think might be something that would impact the world in a way that is so disproportionately large compared to who we are that we couldn't even take credit? That'd be what I would think I would want to do, is dream on a scale where the only explanation for what happened and how it was successful is that God showed up, that God gave me the dream, that God gave me the discipline and desire and persistence to press into that dream and to make it a reality, and that ultimately it would be a blessing for others, even though if it's going to be a blessing to others and I get to give it, then there's going to be a blessing in there for me too. So maybe my exhortation to you today is to dream big and to not let your limitations hold you back, and to not live inside the box, but to be willing to think outside the box. And the goal isn't to be dramatic. The goal isn't to do something that's considered successful in the world's eyes. The goal is to do that which God has already planted in your heart to do. And for some of you, maybe you wouldn't say God planted it there. Maybe it's just a strong desire. And I would say go for it. I would say do not be afraid to dream big and to act on your dreams and to live them out for the benefit of others. And I would add, for the glory of God.